Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to John D. Andrini Field. Here for tonight's action as Kiski Cougars will host the Brashear Bulls in tonight's baseball game. Brashear from Pittsburgh coming in to play our Cougars. Cougars coming off a big win last night, 7-2 against the Comets of Penns Manor. Backed by a solid 5 2/3 innings pitched by Cy Zufall, only giving up one run. Matt Campbell came in to close out the game, and the Comets were able to scratch across one in the seventh, but not get any closer as Kiski was up 7-0 early, plating 3 in the first, 3 in the second. Matt Campbell having a big day at the plate with 3 RBIs. So tonight, we're going to welcome back Eli Fontanez to the Cougar lineup. Eli had been out for the past few days taking care of a personal matter. Welcome back, Eli. So lefty Fontanez is going to be on the mound for the Cougars. And it'll be Matt Campbell as his battery mate behind the plate catching. The Bulls are coached by Jim Kotler, assisted by Dale Brickle and Kevin Kotler. Jim Kotler Jr. Man, I'm butchering names tonight, Miss Hughes. I'm not on it. Don't worry, folks. I'll warm up. I'll get on it. Maybe it's Polish Power is making me nervous. Polish Power, welcome to the booth. Adam Walkowski is going to have first time in the booth. Adam's going to be on the PA system at the stadium for us tonight. He's going to break in and get a little experience with us. Adam's second-year student here at Kiski, comes from Poland. He's enjoyed his stay here, and we've enjoyed having you, Adam. Yeah, you're welcome. So Adam's said he wants to try everything once. So have you? Right, right. Well, for the most part, I mean, you don't necessarily want to try. Yeah, within reason, right? Within reason. Okay, but so Adam, you've worked the camera before for me, also, haven't you? No, you haven't worked the camera. I thought you worked the camera in a soccer game for me. But okay, so maybe one of these days you'll have to get up in the booth and work a camera for me, or maybe you can multitask tonight and work a little bit on the mic and maybe a little bit on the. Maybe we'll just switch you around. He's willing to dabble with everything. So Miss Hughes is here again with us tonight. She's gonna be on the camera. And which one do you need? There's this one. Yeah. So Miss Hughes is going to work the camera for us. I thought Mr. Clark was going to be back up here. Oh, Mr. Clark is going to work the camera for us. Oh, so Mr. Clark is actually going to work the camera for us. Miss Hughes is going to be on the PA on the computer doing the walkout songs tonight. We're getting professional here tonight. Hopefully the speakers here at the stadium aren't crackling. Oh, you checked them, huh? So you got your fiber optics degree overnight and no feedback. So, okay, so we got that problem fixed. Well, I don't know what we did, but we got it fixed. So we're going to be delayed just a little bit on the start this evening. We were supposed to have a 6:30 start, but one of the umpires is running late. So we're going to be delayed just a little bit. Cougars are coached by Joe Ross, assisted by Jeremy Zufall, Scott Hahn. Mr. Clark helps out, and we do have another volunteer coach, but I haven't been given his name. Yeah, I'll announce the lineups for you. So we'll have the same thing. Well, Adam, you don't want to announce the lineups over the PA system. You want me to do it to show you how it's done. You want, so I'm gonna. So I don't know about the best misuse, but I give it my all. So Robert Kane, Eli Fontenez's roommate, is here brave and staring into the sun to support his roommate. Is Julius up there? Julius and Thor are up here. They're here to support Adam. They're here to support Adam on the mic. So we're so popular here in the booth. We got our own fans. Ian Herring's come out to join us, and Kai. I think that is Kai fresh. Yeah, Rob Kane. Rob Kane was up there. We got a couple fans in the stands. It's a early 6:30 start. I'm telling you, late afternoon games, early evening games here at Kiski is no fun sitting on the first base side. You are staring right into that sun. It will be. So for the Brashear Bulls, they're going to have starting lineup of Dawn Sorokin. He'll be starting in center field wearing number 4. Batting second will be the catcher, number 7, Caden Jones. Left fielder, number 24, Ryan Lane will bat third. Number 22, Johnny Williamson. He'll be playing first base and batting cleanup. Number 1, Garrett White will play shortstop and bat fifth. Mike Casey will be the right fielder, number 18, and he'll bat sixth. Batting seventh will be the pitcher, Kingston Mankoski. We'll go with that. I'm trying to read names in handwriting, but I'm going with Mankoski, number 13. That's what I read it as, huh, Adam? Batting eighth, third baseman, True Crawford. He wears number 32. And rounding out the lineup will be number 6, Thomas Fontana, and he'll play second base wearing number 6. Backups for the Bulls is number 14, Henry Simcock, number 24, Elias Miller, number 10, Juan Toro, and doesn't have a number for him. That is Demmanuel Davis. Lineup for the Cougars this evening will be shortstop number 13, Tyler Hahn leading off. Number 14, Zai Sufal, bat second, plays second base. Eli Fontenez will bat third and be the pitcher. Matt Campbell, number 2, will bat cleanup and catch. Number 9, Fielding Strauss, batting fifth. He'll play third base. Number 10, Wade Collins. He'll bat sixth and play first base. Ben Dunkelberger will be in left field for the Cougars, and he'll bat seventh, wearing number 17. Batting eighth, playing right field, will be number 16, Gabe Corman. And batting ninth, playing center field, will be number 3, Logan Gates. Cougars will have number 12, Jesse Nelson, number 22, Justin Urban, and number 15, Cheo Stevenson on the bench tonight. And that'll be the starting lineups. You'll get to hear it again as I announce it over the PA. And I'll actually pull the mic away from my face and you might not be able to hear me, but I'll be back right after this. Are our clowns going to get out there and stand, or are they just going to stand over there like a bunch of chuckleheads? Like, what are we doing? Like the whole other team's standing up there. Hey, can we not wear that hat? Like, are we going to do like real baseball tonight, or are we going to be a bunch of clowns? Are they coming out? Are they going to come out? Like, get with the program. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kiski, John D. Andrini Field for tonight's matchup between the Brashear Bulls and our Kiski Cougars. Tonight, the Bulls will have in reserve Henry Simcock, number 14, number 24, Elias Miller, number 10, Juan Toro, and I don't have a number for Demanuel Davis. 23, 23. Sorry, Demanuel. Starting lineup for the Bulls. Leading off, center fielder number 4, Dom Sirocco. Batting second, the catcher number 7, Caden Jones. Batting third, left fielder number 21, Ryan Lane. Batting fourth, first baseman number 22, Johnny Williamson. Batting fifth, shortstop number 1, Garrett White. Batting sixth, right fielder number 18, Mike Casey. Batting seventh, the pitcher number 13, Kingston Mankowski. Number 32, True Crawford, will play third base and bat eighth. And the second baseman, number 6, Tomas Fontana, will bat ninth. For the Cougars, in reserve, we'll have number 12, Jesse Nelson, number 22, Justin Urban, and number 15, Cheo Stevenson. Starting lineup for the Cougars, number 13, Tyler Hahn, will bat first and play shortstop. Number 14, Cy Zufall, will bat second and play second base. Number 1, Eli Fontanez, bat third and do the pitching. Number 2, Matt Campbell, will do cleanup hitter and do catching. Number 9, Fielding Strauss, will bat fifth and play third base. Number 10, Wade Collins, will bat sixth and play first base. 17, Ben Dunkelberger, will bat seventh and play left field. Gabe Corman, number 16, will bat eighth and play right field. And number 3, Logan Gates, will bat ninth and play center field. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please rise, remove your caps, and have the national anthem. So welcome everybody to John D. Andrini Field for tonight's matchup. Brashear Bulls coming in to play their Kiski Cougars. Have the meeting at the plate with the captains and head coaches. Head coach for the Bulls, Jim Kotler. Head coach for the Cougars is Joe Ross. Captains for the Cougars, number 1, Eli Fontenez, number 2, Matt Campbell, and number 16, Gabe Corman. Captains for the Bulls, number 1, Garrett White, number 21, Ryan Lane, and number 22, Johnny Williamson. Beautiful sunny afternoon, early evening, late afternoon here in Salzburg. Was a beautiful 80 plus degree day. Little breeze. Nothing that's going to affect play here tonight. Birds are chirping, Adam. The birds are chirping. It's a beautiful day, huh? Yup. It is. Adam, you can't just say yup. The people out there in TV land don't want to hear yup. They want to hear your input, my man. You know what I mean? Give them something. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to say now. You're tongue-tied. Yeah, you're tongue-tied. That's okay, Adam. You're starting blushing. Don't worry, nobody can see you. The camera's not on you. You have a face face made for radio. Right? You have a face made for radio. So do I. That's why the camera's not on us, right? They don't want us to be on the TV. They don't want to show this ugly mug. Right? So captains have gotten instructions from the umpires. Lineups are in, and it looks like we're getting set to play. Cougars, second game in 2 nights. They'll have a day off tomorrow, but then they return on the road, heading to Mercersburg for a Centennial Cup game on Saturday at 4 p.m. So let's see if the Cougars can put back-to-back solid efforts out there as far as clean play. I mean, they've had solid effort. The effort's always there, but sometimes the errors are our own worst enemy. You know what I mean, Adam? You don't know much about baseball, Adam? Not really. Don't play baseball much in Poland, huh? You have a small league? Okay, so you have a small league. I'm just saying you personally didn't play much baseball in Poland. Oh, you didn't even see baseball until you come to the U.S. Okay, so you you're new to the game of baseball. I mean, you knew about it, you just didn't you never watched it. Okay. So what do you think about the old American pastime? Did, yeah, American culture. Did you know that that's what they called it, the American pastime? You didn't know that? Oh, okay. How about that? So Fontenay completing his warm-ups. I think Miss Hughes got some music playing on the. Did you have music playing? I think I heard something in my. Oh, all practicing, getting in everything for the walkout songs prepped up. So Cougars defensively, left to right in the outfield will be Dunkelberger, Gates, and Corman. On the infield, it'll be Strauss at third, Hahn at short, Sufal at second, Collins at first, and it'll be Fontenez throwing to Campbell behind the plate. So Dom Sorokin leads off for the Bulls, and Fontenez will deliver. Ball high, just above the zone. Ran across where it said Bulls, but the umpire said that was a little high. Fontenez delivers again, and Sorokin fouls it off, and the count's even. 1-1 strike. Sorokin, left-handed hitter, playing center field for the Bulls this evening. Fontenez will step off. Get the signs again from Campbell. He likes what he got. He winds and throws. Curveball didn't break. Left it high, and now it's 2-1. Ground ball to the second baseman, Zufall. He gathers it in, throws it over to Collins, and that's the first out of the inning. So Fontenez able to get Sorokin to ground out to second to start the game. And now we'll have catcher number 7, Caden Jones, up to bat for the Bulls. Jones steps in on the right side. Timeout called. Umpire awards time. And now Fontenez rocks and throws. Ball off the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Fontenez gets Jones to swing through the second pitch and evens up the count at 1. Nice pitch by Fontenez to get himself back into the count. Fastball, ground ball, hit right at Strauss. Gathers it in, gets it over to Collins, and we got 2 out. 2 up, 2 down, 2 ground balls. Fontenez letting his defense work for him, getting some ground balls, and Zufall and Strauss reward him with some outs quickly. And the Bulls are 2 down, 2 up, 2 down. Ryan Lane, left fielder, swings through strike one, maybe tipped it a little bit, straight into the glove of Campbell, and it's no balls, 1 strike. Number 21, Ryan Lane. Curveball, nice pitch by Fontenez. He gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Miss Hughes, do you need a chair? Oh, okay. No balls, 2 strikes. Fontenez delivers high, sends Gates back, and he can't gather it in over his head. Strauss can't. Strauss, the ball was thrown into third, and Lane put on the brakes, went back to second. Gates kind of misplayed it out there. It's a fly ball. Cougars should have probably been out of the inning for it. You give it a long ride, but ball should have been caught. Puts a runner in scoring position for the Bulls, and it brings up Johnny Williamson, first baseman. Takes ball low. Williamson, number 22, has a chance to bring in a run for the Bulls. Is Lane up, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Fontenez from the stretch gets a pop up. It's going to be trouble in no man's land. It drops in right field. Corman can't play it cleanly, and Williamson rounds first, gets the second, and does plate the run for the Bulls as Lane comes across for the score, and the Bulls are up 1-0. That fly ball was trouble from the time it got off the bat. It was definitely going to score the run. A little misplay out in right field lets the runner advance another 90 feet and gets in scoring position. Nice pitch by Fontenez to get ahead of Garrett White, shortstop. No balls, 1 strike. So White has a runner in scoring position. Fontenez looking to get out. Limit the damage. Pick off play, and they had him. Ooh, does get back in. Umpire called him safe. Nice move by Fontenez. I'm not sure how Williamson evaded the tag out there, but the umpire called him safe. It's still no balls and 1 strike. Fontenez delivers. Curveball, nice. Swings through it, and he slides under the tag as Williamson steals third. Fontenez, nice curveball. Gets White way out in front, and he's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Runner 90 feet away at third is Williamson. And Fontenez delivers. Ground ball. Scooped up, no. Misplayed by Hahn. And the Cougars can't get out of the inning. And the Bulls plate another run. Ball's thrown away, and it's still in play. Nobody backs it up, and it lets White advance another 90 feet and get in a scoring position. Cougars are self-destructing here in the top of the first. After 2 quick outs, misplay in center, a bloop single down the right field line, and then a misplay. It's short. 2-0 Bulls. Foul ball by Kiski, the right fielder, Mike Kiski, number 18. Up to bat with 2 out in the top of the first. No ball, 1 strike. Fontenez from the stretch. Delivers. Nice fastball. And he gets Kiski to swing over the top. A little bit late on it also. Fontenez is ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Kiski fouls the next pitch back, staying alive. Looked like Fontenez changed speeds a little bit. Still no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out at the top of the first with the Bulls plating 2 runs. Runner in scoring position at second is White. Pickoff play, but White gets back before Zufall can apply the tag. And everybody's going to reset. Fontenez gets the signs from Campbell. Comes set. And he delivers. High. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Didn't get Kiski to chase the high ball out of the zone. Now it's 1-2. Zufall holding the runner tight at second, giving a big hole on the right side. But there's strike 3 as Fontenez blows it past Kiski for the 3rd out of the inning. But not after the Cougars self-destruct and give up 2 unearned runs. And the Bulls plate 2 and take a 2-0 lead after the top of the first. We'll be back for the bottom of the first right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Cougars getting set to bat here in the bottom of the first. Shortstop Tyler Hahn, number 13, will lead off for the Cougars. He'll be followed by Zufall and Fontenez with Campbell if anybody gets on. So number 13, Kingston. Man, Kiski delivers the first pitch, and Hahn sends a high fly ball out to the right fielder, Kiski, and that's a quick out for Kiski. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Kiski. And that'll bring up number 14, second baseman, Cy Zufall. Takes ball in the dirt. So 1 ball, no strikes. A lot of room down the right field line. Right fielder's playing way off. Center fielder's playing evened up, and the left fielder's playing evened up. Swings at a low pitch over the top of it, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Zufall standing in the front of the box. Here's the delivery. Takes a strike. Called strike by the umpire. Not sure if coach agreed, but I mean, you can't be arguing balls and strikes, right? Just you can't be don't like ask and question balls and strikes. That's like a no-no. Don't you can't you can't that's like a major no-no. You don't question balls and strikes. That actually is an automatic ejection at the major league level. Yes. So Zufall behind 1-2. There's the pitch. He sends a looping line, just a soft looper, hauled in by the second baseman Fontana. And the Bulls, Mankowski gets 2 quick outs. Cougars got 2 quick outs in the top of the first themselves, and some trouble happened, and the Bulls were able to put 2 on the board. So let's see if the Cougars can do the same. High foul, pop fly, and there's the third baseman, Crawford, to put it away for the third out of the inning, and the Cougars go down quickly after only 5 pitches from Mankowski. And that brings an end to the first inning with the Bulls leading 2-0. And we'll be back right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Getting ready to start the top of the second inning with Brashear Bulls leading our Kiski Cougars 2-0. Brashear pushed across 2 unearned runs in the first inning after Fontenez got 2 quick outs. A couple misplays in the field led to 2 Bulls runs. Number 13, Kingston Mankowski, will be batting now for the Bulls, and Fontenez starts him off with a low strike that Mankowski swings through, and it snowballs 1 strike. Ball high. Umpire's not giving the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. Looked like a nice pitch. Fontenez delivers. There's a strike down the middle, and that's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mankowski. Ball stays up, even in the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fontenez gets the sign. There's the pitch. Strike three. Pulled the string, and Kiski was out in front for the first out of the inning. Nice pitch by Fontenez. He starts off strong here in the top of the second. One out. Now batting for the Bulls is the third baseman, True Crawford. Takes fastball on the outside for ball one, just off the outside corner. Fontenez comes back with a breaking ball for a strike, even in the count at 1-1 strike. Ball high. Again, living at the letters, but the ump behind the plate's not giving him that high strike tonight. He's going to have to bring it down a little bit. Brought it down, but a little too low that time, and it's 3-1 strike. Number 8 hitter in the lineup is Crawford. Fontenez delivers, and he issues a walk, and Crawford's going to make it down to first base, giving the Bulls a runner for the second inning in a row. Second baseman, number 6, Thomas Fontana, comes to bat. Crawford gets a small lead over there, and Fontana swings through a high fastball, and Fontenez is ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Strike 2 delivered by Fontenez. He's ahead quickly 0-2. Crawford with a small lead. Collins is holding him on at first. And there's strike 3. Fontenez blows a fastball past Fontana to record the second out of the inning. Leadoff hitter Dom Sorokin up for the Bulls. Crawford still on first. Sorokin took a ball low for 1-ball, no strike count. And then he takes one high. 2-0 on the count. Fontenez falls behind Sorokin. Pickoff throw to first. They call Fontenez for a balk on the pickoff move, and that's going to advance Crawford in the scoring position with a 2-ball and no strike count on the leadoff hitter Sorokin. So Crawford now in scoring position for the Bulls. Fontenez looking in to get his sign. Comes set. Delivers low, blocked by Campbell. Retrieves it quickly, keeping Crawford from advancing. He's still at second. And now it's 3-0 on the leadoff hitter, Sorokin. First base is open. Fontenez gets the high strike call. Hadn't been getting that throughout the day. Does get it on the 3-0 count. So now it's 3-1 on the batter, Sorokin. Fontenez checking back Crawford, delivers the pitch, high fly ball, and that's going to be bounced into the woods over the head of Corman. Sorokin drives a deep ball to the right field corner for a ground rule double. Plating the third run of the game for the Bulls. So Coach Ross is going to come out and have a talk with Fontenez and the Cougars. Sorokin Put a big drive on that fly ball out to right field. Right fielder Corman wasn't playing that deep. And Sorokin made him pay, putting a one bouncer into the woods for a ground rule double, bringing in the RBI from second. So the balk comes back to hurt the Cougars because on the ground rule double, Crawford would have only made it to third instead of getting the score on that. So Cougars down 3-0, top of the second. Ball one high on Caden Jones, the catcher, number 7, with Sorokin, center fielder, at second base for the Bulls. Fontenez from the stretch spins, gets Sorokin to go back to the bag. Still 2 outs in the top of the second. Bulls ahead 3-0 on the Cougars. Fontenez delivers. Jones holds up, was able to check his swing, and now it's 2 balls and no strikes. Campbell did a nice job of blocking it. Keeping it in front of him, preventing Sorokin from advancing another base. So Fontenez comes set. Holden, he got him, picked off, and there's a bad throw, and it's going to get out of play. So Fontenez had Sorokin picked off, but errant throw from the second baseman Zufall gets past the third baseman Strauss, goes out of play, and allows Sorokin to go the extra 90 feet and score the 4th run of the game for the Bulls. So Fontenez gets ahead 0-1, and now I believe the count is not 0-2 because he checked his swing on the 1. I believe it's 1-2 on the count. No, he held up. Now it's 2-2. I don't think the umpire is paying attention. I don't think he has a clue what the count is. It's 2-2, 2 out. Swing at the low pitch, and Fontenez is able to strike out Jones to end the inning, but not before the Bulls are able to bring across 2 more runs and take a 4-0 lead after the top of the second, that is. And the Cougars will be up to bat right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Getting ready to start the bottom of the second inning. Kingston Koski still on the mound for the Brashear Bulls. Had an easy 5-pitch top or bottom of the first, that is. Leading off this inning for the Cougars is catcher number 2, Matt Campbell. Strauss and Collins is scheduled to follow Campbell here in the bottom of the second. So Mankowski delivers. Campbell sends a high fly ball to center field, but there's the center fielder, Sorokin, tracks it down easily. And another quick out by Mankowski on the mound. 1 pitch, 1 out. The Cougars are not making Mankowski work very hard this evening, as he's recorded 4 outs on only 6 pitches. So now Strauss steps into the box for the Cougars. Takes a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Strauss playing third base for the Cougars tonight. Mankowski delivers. Ball in the dirt. Counts 1-1. Pumps one in on the inside corner. That was definitely a strike. I don't know why everybody argues balls and strikes. I mean, they're strikes. Swing the bat. Like it's 1-2 now. And Mankowski's ahead on the count. There's a line drive high. It's going to hang up for Sorokin to run it down. And Sorokin catches it, and it's 2 outs in the the bottom of the second. So again, Mankowski not throwing a whole lot of pitches, and he's got 2 outs. Wade Collins now comes to the plate for the Cougars. Wade playing third base. Strike. Inside corner. Mankowski. Nice job of staying in the zone. Working ahead. 2 out. Bottom of the second. There's a breaking ball. Stays high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just on the top of the zone. Umpire said it was high. Collins did a nice job of laying off. 1-1. Fastball. Catches the bottom of the zone. Now Mankowski's ahead 1-2 on Collins. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Bulls are ahead of our Cougars 4-0. There's a line drive. Gets past the third baseman, and that'll be a solid single for Collins, giving the Cougars their first base runner of the day. Nice hit by Collins. That got by the third baseman Crawford quickly into left field. And Lane got it in quickly for the Bulls to keep Collins at first base. But the Cougars do have a base runner. Ben Dunkelberger now up to bat. Mankowski starts him out with a strike. He's been hitting that inside corner, and the Cougars have been laying off of it, but he's been getting it called for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. A little low and outside on the 0-1 delivery, so it's now 1-1. Big hole on the right side, and Collins goes, throw down, but Collins has that stolen easily. Jones, the catcher for the Bulls, didn't really have a chance as Collins got the big lead and almost a walking lead, and he was going right away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dunkelberger swings over a breaking ball, pulled his head a little bit, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mankowski trying to get out of the inning. Cougars have a guy in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And Dunkelberger fouls it straight up, but it's going to work over the backstop out of play. And Dunkelberger will stay alive with a 2-ball and 2-strike count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Cougars down by 4. Do have a runner in scoring position in Collins out at second base. Here's the pitch by Monkowski. Ball high. Didn't break and catch the zone. Tried to go off speed. Dunkelberger laid off, and it brings the count to full. Monkowski with the payoff pitch. Dunkelberger hits a soft ground ball, fielded by the second baseman, Fontana, and he gets it over to the first baseman, Williamson, to get the Bulls out of the inning with no runs scoring for the Cougars. And that brings it into the second inning with Brashear leading our Kiski Cougars 4-0. And we'll be back right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Getting ready for the start of the third inning with the Cougars trailing the Brashear Bulls 4-0. Cougars have committed way too many mistakes. All of the Bulls' runs are unearned. And it'll be number 21, Ryan Lane, left fielder, leading off. Swings at a low strike. Fontenez gets ahead 0-1. There's the delivery. High fly ball to center fielder Logan Gates. He does come in and makes the catch. It looked like he was struggling to find that one, but he did make the catch, and it's 1 out in the top of the third. Cougars are struggling with the fly balls today. So 1 out, top of the third. Number 22, Johnny Williamson now at the plate. And Fontenez starts him off with a breaking ball for strike 1. First baseman Williamson did have an RBI single in the first inning. And there he takes a strike. And Fontenez ahead to 0-2. Just missed on the inside. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fontenez rocks and delivers. Breaking ball, ground ball to Hahn. He scoops it, gets it over to Collins, who holds the bag and records the out. And that's 2 down here in the top of the third. And that brings up shortstop Garrett White. White hit a ground ball to shortstop last time up that was misplayed, extending the inning for the Bulls. And now he takes strike one. Fontenez is throwing strikes. He just needs his defense to help him out. Doesn't get the call at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1. Umpire seems to have a tight zone today. 1-1. Fontenez delivers. Breaking ball. Fly ball out the gates. He's under it, and he makes the catch for the third out of the inning. The Bulls go down 3 up, 3 down. Fontenez, quick inning there. And the Bulls will have a 4-0 lead with the Cougars coming to bat in the bottom of the third right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Getting ready to start the bottom of the third inning. Cougars need to get some offense going. Been limited to 1 hit so far on the day. And they trail 4-0. So it'll be number 16. Right fielder Gabe Corman will lead off for the Cougars to start the bottom of the third. Corman had a nice day yesterday. In the first game, he had a couple doubles. Second game, he was on base a couple times. So Corman takes a ball right at the knees for strike one. And Kiski continues to work ahead for the Bulls. Misses with that delivery. Must have been a little inside, and it's 1-1. So Corman swings, drives one up the middle. Diving stop by the shortstop White, keeping it from going into the outfield, but it will be an infield single for Corman. So Corman stays hot at the plate and gets on base again. So Cougars get the leadoff guy on here to start the bottom of the third. Corman's at first base. Ooh, pickoff throw. And that's going to get past the first baseman out of play. And Corman's going to be able to advance to one base on the out of play, on the overthrow, and the out of play. So Corman advances. Koski tried to get him, not paying attention over there, but he threw it wide. Gets Corman into scoring position for Logan Gates. Gates called strike by the umpire. Gates is down 0-1. Corman takes his lead. Gates squares around, pulls back, and the ball's in the dirt and gets past the catcher. And Corman's going to get the third with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Gates is up to bat, and it's 1-1 on the count. So Corman gets the leadoff single, and then he gets a steal of second and advances on the pass or the wild pitch. Gates swings through the pitch there, and it's 1-2 strikes. Actually looked to me like he fouled that, just tipped it just a little bit off the end of the bat. So here's the delivery by Monkowski. Gates turns on it, but pulls it way foul and hits it on top of the batting cage down there. Nope, it rolled off. It rolled off. Nobody's going to go get that ball. Like, somebody, please go get the ball. It's laying right there. 1-2 strikes for the on Gates. I think somebody else is going to get it, Mr. Quatek. Ball high. Ball high on Gates, and now the count's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2-strike count, no out. Bottom of the third. There's the delivery. Gates hits a chopper to the shortstop. Fielded by White. Fires it over to the first baseman, Williamson, for the first out of the inning. But it does bring Corman across for the first run of the day for the Cougars and brings the score now to 4-1. So Corman gets on base with the single, advances a couple base on a stolen base and a wild pitch, and then scores on the ground ball by Gates. Hey, so Tyler Hahn now at the plate for the Cougars. He's down 0-2 in the count. One out. One out. And the Bulls, Mankowski is going to work from the stretch. Delivers high. And now the count's 2-2. 2-2 on Hahn. There's a Hahn foul ball high in play and foul ground. And the first baseman, Williamson, gets under it for the second out of the inning. And now brings up Cy Zufall, second baseman. So Mankowski delivers and gets ahead 1-0. He's been ahead, working ahead all day long, and the Cougars just haven't been able to time him up. Foul ball down the first base line. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes. 2 out. Bottom of the third. Mankowski working from the stretch. Steps off. He's going to get his signs, retake the signs from the catcher. Zufall standing in the front of the box. Mankowski, he's going to step off again. Him and the catcher are having a hard time getting together on the signs. Now they pick one that they like. Zufall grounds it to the shortstop, and it's under his glove. Looked like White was going to make an easy play on it, but he came up just a little early, and the ball squirts under the glove of the shortstop White, and Zufall is able to get on base and give the Cougars life with 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Fontenez up the plate. He squares and pulls back and takes a strike. Looked to be low at the knees on the outside. Pitcher's pitch right there. Nothing you can do with that except for hope to foul it off or just let it go like Fontenez did. Throw over to first. Zufall gets back in plenty of time. And it's no balls, 1 strike. Fontenez, the pitcher for the Cougars, is up to plate. Williamson holding Zufall. Takes a strike at the knees. And now Mankoski's up. No balls and 2 strikes. Fouled back over the screen. Fontenez stays alive. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Mankoski's going to get a new ball. And there goes Zufall. And he's going to steal. He's going to steal second with no throw. Kind of hobbled into second. Coach checked on him, but Zufall gave him the thumbs up. Said he's all right. It's 1 ball, 2 strike count on Fontenez. Mankoski comes set in the stretch position. Fontenez fouls another one back to the screen. Staying alive and keeping the count at 1-2. 1-2 on the count to Fontenez. Zufall at second. There's a pitch. Ball outside. And now it's 2-2. Fontenez doing a nice job of working the count back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mankoski gets set, delivers. Fontenez, line drive, at the shortstop. White wasn't able to get it over his head, and White makes the catch and gets the Bulls out of the inning. Cougars were able to get a run across the board there in the bottom of the third. And now the score is 4-1. Bulls after 3. And we'll be back right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Here getting ready to start the top of the fourth inning. Cougars trailing Brashear Bulls 4-1. We have Eli Fontenez is still on the mound for the Cougars. He's pitched all 3 innings so far. Has pitched pretty well today. All 4 Bulls runs are unearned. Cougars have not helped him out in the field, committing multiple errors. But here's Fontenez. He'll deliver to Kiski, the right fielder, and he takes ball 1 low. Kiski was a strikeout victim the first time up to end the bottom of the first, or the top of the first, I'm sorry. And there he swings through the pitch. And Fontenez is, it's even count, 1-1. So the count's 1-1. High pop foul out of play. And now it's 1-2. Fontenez working ahead. Let's see what he goes with here. See if he tries to pull a string on him or he blows it by him. Nope, tried a little bit of an off speed. Stayed high and the count's even at 2. Fontenez delivers. Breaking ball. Down and in. And now that runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Kiski. Swings over the top, and Fontenez collects another strikeout for the first out of the 4th inning. And now that'll bring up the pitcher for the Bulls, number 13, Kingston Mankowski. Mankowski's had a nice day on the mound for the Bulls, keeping the Cougars off balance at the plate, keeping her timing off balance. And now he's even in the count, 1-1. Fontenez. To Mankowski. Pitcher to pitcher. Fontenez delivers a fastball in the low portion of the zone, and it's now 1-2. Fontenez pulls the string with a nice curveball and gets Mankowski to swing over the top for another strikeout. And that's 2 strikeouts in the inning. And there's 2 out. Fontenez settled down nicely. Crawford up to plate. Swings through a fastball, and Fontenez is ahead 0-1. Eli's in a groove. Delivers strike 2, and now it's 0-2. He's just rocking and firing right now. Shakes off Campbell. Didn't like the sign. Now he's got one that he does like. Goes with the curveball, and the umpire called it at the bottom of the zone. Crawford didn't like that call, but umpire called it at the bottom of the zone, and Fontenez strikes out the side in the top of the 4th. Keeping the Cougars in a game, and it's 4-1. Cougars trailing going into the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Bottom of the fourth inning coming up. And Kingston, man, Kiski has been in control on the mound for the Bulls, limiting the Cougars to only 2 hits and 1 run through 3 innings. He's getting ready to face the number 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Cougars. Matt Campbell, number 2, will lead it off, followed by Strauss and Collins. And Kiski starts off with strike 1 again. He's been doing that pretty much all day, getting ahead in the count. And now he delivers. Campbell takes low and works the count even at 1-1. Campbell had a couple nice RBI singles yesterday, played in 3 runs. See if he can get going. Sharp ground ball to the shortstop White, and he gets it over to the first baseman Williamson in plenty of time to record the out. And that's 1 out now in the bottom of the 4th. Nice play by White at shortstop to get Campbell on the ground out. Fielding Strauss, third baseman for the Cougars, now up to bat. He takes high, ball 1. Kiski falls behind. That's very few times today has he been behind 1-0. But now Strauss working the count. Gets a ground ball foul just wide of the bag on third. And now the count's 1-1. Strauss, freshman here at Kiski, local product. 1-1 on the count. Kiski delivers curveball off the outside, and Strauss gets ahead 2 balls and 1 strike. Sun seems to set a little bit, not in the eyes of the catcher and umpire anymore. And there's a high fastball, didn't catch the zone, and it's 3-1. So Kiski falls behind, 3 balls, 1 strikes. One of the few times today he's been in a 3-ball count. Strauss hits a high fly ball. Left fielder's going to camp under it and make the catch. Ryan Lane, easy catch out there in left. And Kiski retires the first 2 of the inning. And it brings up Wade Collins. Collins has one of the hits for the Cougars on the day. He got a single in the 2nd inning. Takes a ball high, 1-0. Kiski wanted that pitch, just didn't drop enough on the curve. Fastball does catch the bottom of the zone, and it evens up the count at 1-1. So anytime Kiski has not thrown strike 1, he's immediately came back and got a strike on the next pitch. And now Collins is up 2 balls and 1 strike. 4th inning, 2 out. Cougars trailing 4-1. Have been silent pretty much all day on the offensive end. Collins sends a high fly ball on the infield, and White's going to get under it and make the 3rd out of the inning, shutting the Cougars down in order. And that'll bring. Hold on one second. So that brings an end to the 4th inning. And the Cougars are trailing 4-1. young man Kiski has pitched a nice game for the Bulls of Brashear, limiting the Cougars to only 2 hits and 1 run through 4 innings. Fontenez has been solid on the mound for the Cougars, but he's been foiled by the errors behind him, leading to 4 unearned runs for the Bulls. So we're heading into the top of the 5th. Heading into the top of the 5th. And number 6, Thomas Fontana, second baseman for the Bulls, will lead off the bottom of the 5th. This is his second time at bat. Struck out the first time, hits a ground ball. It does wind foul, gets under the glove of Collins, but it was foul. So it's going to be 1 ball and or no balls and 1 strike on Fontana. Fontenez is ahead 0-1. Gets the sign from Campbell, and he throws ball high. And now the count's 1-1. Misses on the inside fastball. Fontana works the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. He's ahead on Fontenez. Out in front of the off-speed pitch, and it's now 2-2. Fontenez to Fontana. Tell me that isn't a tongue twister, Mrs. Hughes. Ms. Hughes. Ms. Hughes. So foul ball up over the backstop, keeping the count at 2-2. And Fontenez is going to get his sign and rock and deliver. Fontana gets a little piece of it, and Campbell couldn't hold on to secure it for the 3rd strike. So Fontana's going to get to see another pitch. And it's high. Works the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count on the number 9 hitter, Fontana. And the ball's in the dirt. And he's going to draw a leadoff walk. So Fontana, 9 hitter for the Bulls, gets on base, and that brings up the top of the order and Dom Sorokin. And Sorokin stroked a long fly ball to center field his last time up, plating the run. I'm sorry, he hit the one to right field on the ground rule double. Hits another one to right field, and Corman was right there, camped perfectly, positioned right where he needed to be, and that's the first out of the inning for the Cougars. So Caden Jones now at bat for the Bulls. Hits a hard line drive, way foul. He was way out in front of that one. And it's no balls, 1 strike. We like to thank everybody for joining us out there in live stream land, as I like to call it. Fontenez gets the call on the outside half of the plate, and he's ahead 0-2. Jones didn't like the call, but there's been quite a few of those throughout the day where the batter didn't like the call, but guess what? It's a strike. He calls it a strike, it's a strike. Doesn't matter what the batter says, right? It only matters what that umpire says. And there's Fontenez tried to get him to chase on the breaking ball in the dirt, but Jones lays off, and the count's now 1-2. Fontenez comes set in the stretch. Another foul ball wide of third base by Jones. He's going to stay alive, and the count's going to remain 1-2. Fontana remains at first after his leadoff walk. Collins is going to hold him on. 1-2 count to Jones. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to Gates, and he's coming in, and he makes the catch. He was playing deep, ran in, had plenty of time. That ball hung up there, had plenty of time to run it down in center field, and that's the second out of the inning. Jones gave it a nice drive, but Gates brings it in for the second out. So Fontana hasn't been able to advance after the leadoff walk, and now it's Lane, the left fielder, up, and he fouls the first pitch back over the screen, and it's no balls, one strike. Collins still holding Fontana at first. Fontanez delivers, ball's in the dirt, and Fontana is going to be able to advance. Ball squirted past Campbell just enough for Fontana to take off. When Campbell went to pick it up, he kind of lost his footing, allowing Fontana to advance without a throw. 1 ball and 1 strike on the hitter Lane. Fontanez checks the runner back, delivers the ball. Hahn with a nice grab, throws it, but pulls Collins off the bag. Lane ran out past the bag without touching it, but was able to get back before Collins could get to the bag, and he's on base. So Hahn makes a nice stop, but pulls Collins off the bag on the throw, and Lane will reach on an error. And with that, Fontana was able to advance to third. So that brings up the first baseman, Johnny Williamson. Runners on the corners for the Bulls with 2 out in the top of the 5th, and the Bulls leading 4-1. Big situation here for Fontanez. Let's see if he can work out of it. There's the pitch. Nice strike, belt high, and Fontanez gets ahead. No balls and 1 strike. Checks the runner at third. He's not actually being held. Now he steps off to work him back. Strauss is close to third, but he's not really holding him on. Collins is holding the runner at first. Fontanez delivers another pitch, belt high. Gets Williamson looking for strike 2. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Fontanez steps off. He's going to get his signs from the catcher Campbell. Big, he steps off again. Steps off again. Having a little trouble getting what they like. Now Fontanez. He delivers. Strike 3 on the inside corner, and that's the third out of the inning. He pinned Williamson straight to the plate on that one. Catches him looking for strike 3 and gets out of the inning with no damage done. Eli Fontanez does a nice job of wiggling out of trouble after the errant throw, putting runners on the corners for the Bulls. So after the top of the 5th, the score remains Brashear Bulls 4, our Kiski Cougars 1. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th right after this short break. So, welcome back to John D. Andrini Field, bottom of the fifth. Ben Dunkelberger at the plate for the Cougars to lead off the bottom of the fifth. And man, Koski's still on the mound for the Bulls, and he drops a curveball in for strike one. And man, Koski continues to work ahead. And now it's strike two. The ones here behind on both sides behind haven't come on. Now they're on. Ah. So Dunkelberger behind 0-2. Swings way out in front of the curveball. And man, Koski continues the cruise here in the fifth inning. Striking out Dunkelberger to start it off and getting the first out. Man, Koski's throwing a heck of a game for the Brashear Bulls right now, keeping the Cougars off balance. Gabe Corman up for the Cougars. He has one of the hits. Infield single that's squirted up the middle. Shortstop White was able to corral it, but wasn't able to get off a throw. Corman had an infield single. He's down 0-1. Breaking ball in for strike two. And Mankowski continues to work ahead. He's going to step off and get the sign again from Jones. There's the delivery. Corman swings over the top for the strikeout. Two quick outs to start the bottom of the fifth inning. And Kingston Mankowski continues to roll. Logan Gates now batting for the Cougars. Logan's playing center field tonight, hitting high chopper to the second baseman. Took way too much time for the speedy Gates, and he beats it out. Fontana played it. It was a high chopper, and Fontana didn't charge the ball. And Gates was hustling down the line, and he beats it out for an infield single, giving the Cougars another base runner, something they haven't had much of tonight. They've only had two. One has come across the score, and Gates goes immediately to steal. He gets into scoring position. Hahn squared around, pulled it back, and takes strike one. But now the Cougars do have a runner in scoring position in Gates. Timeout called by the catcher Jones, and he's going to go out and talk to his pitcher Mankowski. Now looks like they got everything settled. Jones is going to head back behind the plate. Hahn steps back into the box. Down, no balls and one strike, two outs. Runner at second base. Bottom of the fifth. Cougars down 4-1. Hahn sets a line shot deep to center field, but Sorokin camped out under it. Hahn with a nice drive. High fly ball deep into the center field, but Dom Sorokin right underneath it for the third out of the inning. And the Bulls will go into the top of the sixth, maintaining their 3-run lead, 4-1. And we'll be back right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Getting ready to start the top of the sixth. And White hits a line drive right at Logan Gates. Garrett White, first pitch swinging. And it was a sharp fly ball, but Gates positioned perfectly. I don't even know if he had to take a step for that one, huh? Right at him. Quick out, one pitch out for Fontenez. Delivers high, ball one to number 14, Henry Simcox. Pinch hitting. Simcox pinch hitting for Kiski. And he swings through and gets, now it's a 1-1 count. That's Henry Simcox at the plate. Ball low. And now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So Kiski, strikeout victim, his 2 times at the bat. So Simcox pinches hit, and the ball squirts under the legs of the shortstop Hahn, and Simcox will be on base. And that's been the theme of the night for the Cougars. Theme of the night for the Cougars. No offense and a lot of errors on the defense. So number 13, Kiski, pitcher for the Bulls, is up to plate. And with the runner on first. Lays down a bunt, goes down the first base line. Fontenez over to field it, picks it up and gets it to Collins for the second out. So Koski with the sacrifice bunt gets Simcox into scoring position for the Bulls, and that'll bring up True Crawford, third baseman. Crawford was on base earlier in the game. He came around to score a run in the second inning. And Fontenez delivers. Strike one. Nice pitch. Crawford struck out his second time up on a low curveball. He didn't like the call, but that's what it was. Big lead by Simcox at second. Strauss fields it. Low throw. Pulls Collins off the bag. Collins does a nice job of keeping it. Collins does a nice job of keeping it in front of him, preventing Simcox from scoring on an error. But now the Bulls have runners at the corners. And number 9 hitter Thomas Fontana, second baseman, will come up to bat. Fontana worked a walk last time up. Struck out his first time up. So the Cougars, again, self-inflicted wounds, should be out of the inning. But the Bulls are going to continue batting after a couple errors. Crawford at first, Simcox at third. Crawford goes right away, throw down, but they were on to that play. It was the throw to Hahn. Crawford steals easily, and now 2 in scoring position. Big situation for Fontana. Sends a foul ball back to the screen, and Fontenez is ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Come on, Eli. Need a big pitch here. Get out of the inning. Ball high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fontana, the hitter for the Bulls. They're up 4-1 in the 6th inning. And he sends a foul ball back over the screen and stays alive at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 6th inning, 2 out. Cougars trail 4-1, and the Bulls have 2 in scoring position for the number 9 hitter Fontana. Ooh, Fontenez went to the top of the zone and didn't get the call. And now it's 2-2. Fontana, I don't know how he laid off that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now it's works it full. So full count. Top of the 6th, 2 out. Fontenez looking to get out of trouble here. There's the pitch. Fontana's fighting hard, staying alive. Big at bat here, and he gets another 3-2 pitch. And here it is. And he's still on it. Fouls another one back. So Fontana putting on a big battle here in the box against Fontenez. Trying to extend the top of the 6th inning with the Bulls having 2 in scoring position. Fontenez delivers. Ball in the dirt, and it gets past Campbell. Here comes a play at the plate. And Simcock was able to get across the plate with no play. Campbell wasn't able to get to the ball in time. Ball in the dirt, gets past Campbell, scoring another run for the Bulls, and that extends their lead to 5-1. Runners still now at the corners again. Crawford at third and Fontana at first. Leadoff batter Sorokin at the plate. Sorokin, left-handed hitter, hit a ground rule double earlier in the game over the head of the right fielder Corman. Last time up, hit a fly ball that Corman was positioned perfectly for to make the out. Chops one foul into the first base dugout. And now the count's 1-1. Cougars just haven't been on their game tonight. Ball high. Sorokin lays off of it. Now the count's 2-1. Fontenez going to work from the stretch. Fontana being held by Collins at first. Doesn't get the call. And now it's 3-1. 3-1 on Sorokin. Guys at first and third for the Bulls. There's ball 4. And the bases are going to be loaded. And Caden Jones, the catcher for the Bulls, is going to come up to bat. Jones. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Cougars. And Fontenez is going to come out of the game, or come out of pitching. 5 2/3 innings. That's the second day in a row. Cougars starter has gone 5 2/3. Yesterday Zufall went 5 2/3 with 1 earned run. Today, Fontenez goes 5 2/3. He leaves the game trailing 5-1, but none of the runs are earned as his defense has just not supported him. A lot of errors by the Cougars today. So it looks like Matt Campbell is going to come in to pitch. Like So we're going to have a couple changes for the Cougars. It's Matt Campbell. Matthew Campbell will come in to pitch for the Cougars. He goes from catching to pitching. Fontenez will exit the mound and he'll go out to center field. Center fielder Gates moves over to right field. And Corman goes from right field, and now he's behind the plate catching. So the changes are Campbell is now pitching, Fontenez is now in center field, Gates is now in right field, and Corman is catching. So Caden Jones to the plate for the Bulls with the bases loaded in a big situation, and he sets a high fly ball back. Corman couldn't locate it, and it bounces in foul ground. No balls and one strike. Corman had a hard time locating it. That's what we call was in the silo. You know what a silo is? For the barn. So it went straight up, right? Like it was in a silo. Makes sense, Adam says. So I'm glad it does. See? We don't try to complicate things. That way somebody from Poland like you comes over to enjoy some baseball, you can understand the terms, right? The lingo. So ball low, and it counts 1-1 on Jones. Bases full, Bulls in the top of the sixth. One ball, one strike count with two out. And Jones at the plate. Crawford at third, Fontana at second, and Sorokin first. Campbell from the windup. Ball low. Gets through the catcher Corman, but not far enough away for anybody to advance. And the count's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Big situation here for the Cougars. See if Campbell can get them out of it. Ground ball to the shortstop Hahn. He gets it to the second baseman Zufall for the force out at second. And that'll bring an end to the top of the sixth. But not before the Bulls can put on another run and bring the score to 5-1. Brashear leading your Kiski Cougars going into the bottom of the sixth. And we'll be back right after this short break. So, welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Quick ball game happening tonight. Both pitchers have been on their game. Cougars have suffered from some errors, and they trail 4-1 or 5-1 heading into the bottom of the sixth inning. Cy Zufall, second baseman for the Cougars, will lead off the inning. And Kingston, man, Koski still on the mound for the Bulls as he's pitched a well of a ball game. Works ahead, strike one to Zufall. Mankowski, that's been his theme of the night. I mean, he's ahead 1-0 or one strike on a lot of hitters. Ball down, 1-1 on Zufall. So let's see if the Cougars can get a rally going here. They haven't had much traffic on the bases tonight. Curveball by Mankowski. Zufall lets it go by for a strike, and it's now 1-2. Didn't like that one. No need to swing at something until you got two strikes on you. And there's a fastball down the middle. Zufall does foul it back to stay alive, 1-2. Cougars need some base runners. Haven't had traffic on the bases. Gotta make the Bulls play with defense with traffic on the bases. You know what I mean, Adam? You want them to play defense when you have guys on the bases. It puts pressure on the defense. When there's nobody out there, not so much pressure. It's a ground ball past the third baseman down the left field line by Zufall. He's going to round first and hold up as the ball is brought in quickly by the left fielder Lane. And Zufall does get a quick start to the bottom of the sixth for the Cougars with a sharp ground ball down the third base line. Gets past the third baseman Crawford into left field for a no-out single, and that'll bring up Fontenez. Third hitter in the lineup for the Cougars tonight. Fontenez started at pitching. Now he's playing center field. Squares around the bunt, but he pulls back and takes a ball high, 1-0. Zufall being held on first base over there by Williamson. Gets a nice lead, being held on. There, ball two. So Mankowski, now he's working from the stretch with a guy on, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Hasn't had that much tonight. Throw over. Zufall dives back easily in before the throw. Williamson does put the tag down. But Zufall was under it easily. 2 balls, no strike. Mankowski delivers. Fontenez takes a low strike at the knees, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Strike zone hasn't been very consistent tonight by the home plate umpire. I will say that. Fontenez drives one deep in the right field corner. It's back. It's a ground. It'll be a ground rule double. It'll be a ground rule double by Fontenez. High, long drive. One bounces into the woods. Ground rule double by Fontenez. Beats the right fielder over the right fielder. That might still be Simcock out there. He did pinch hit for Kiski, so I'm guessing he stayed in the game. The Cougars have guys at second and third. No out with Matt Campbell up to plate. Takes a ball low, and it's 1-0. This is what we needed. That's what I said, right, Adam, at the start of the inning. Guys on traffic, make them play with guys on traffic. Guys on the traffic on the bases, right? Make them put pressure on the defense, right? Campbell sends one down the right field line, and it's going to go foul. Out of play. Right fielder's going to scoop it up and throw it back in. But let me tell you, they're giving him a lot of line down there, and if that ball hits in play in fair territory, it's definitely, now he doesn't get so far off the line this time, giving him a big gap in the right center alley. Campbell's going to step in with a 1-1 count. Campbell had 2 RBI hits yesterday. See if he can come through again. Takes a ball down, and it's now 2-1. Cougars looking to rally late here in the bottom of the sixth. Down 4 runs with 2 in scoring position. No out. Campbell at the plate. Swings at a high fastball. He's going to foul it off the right side over the grandstand. And that'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kind of bailed out. Koski swinging at the high ball there. Koski steps off. He's going to get the signs again. And there's the drive deep. And that's going to get dropped by the left fielder. Zufall's going to score. Fontenaz around third, and he'll score easy. And Campbell's going to pull into second. Long drive by Campbell. Was not handled cleanly by Lane in left field. And it plates 2 runs for the Cougars. And it's 5-3. It's 5-3. They had 2 runs there. I don't know. So Campbell doesn't get a hit, but he does get 2 runs in on a drop ball by the left fielder Lane. And the Cougars are right back in the game, down 5-3. No out in the top or in the bottom of the 6th with Campbell at second in scoring position. Fielding Strauss will be the hitter for the Cougars. Bulls coach took a timeout, went out and talked to his pitcher, Koski. And Koski is going to stay in the game. Koski's going to stay in the game with a guy in scoring position, no out, bottom of the 6th. Cougars back within 2 runs at 5-3 with Strauss at the plate. Koski gets his sign, but he didn't like it and he steps off. Now he gets back on the rubber. Campbell with a big lead. Second baseman sneaking in. They throw back, get Campbell back to the bag, and that's actually Simcock came in to play second base, and the second baseman, Fontana, moved out to right field. So Simcock did stay in for Kiski, but he's at second base, and Fontana moves from second to right field. Foul ball down the right field side, and that's out of play. And Strauss falls behind, no balls and 1 strike. Campbell remains at second base. He's getting a big lead. Simcock gonna come in close to second, giving a big hole on the right side. Now he goes back to his second base position. Campbell back with a head first slide into second, but nobody was there to take a throw. So Koski just eats the ball. Gets a sign from Jones. Comes to the stretch. Delivers. Strauss swings over the curveball. Koski pulled the string with the off-speed curve, and Strauss was out in front. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Cougars 2 runs in so far here in the bottom of the 6th. Strauss swings at a high fastball. It was above the zone, but he has 2 strikes, so he has to swing at anything close. He fouled that one back over the backstop. And now it's still no balls and 2 strikes. Strauss waiting for the pitch. Here it is. Sends a foul ball, and that's going to go out of play on the right side. The count remains no balls and 2 strikes. So Fontana back at right field after he chases down that foul ball. And Koski just gets set. Delivers the pitch high. Now it's 1-2. So Strauss working a good at bat. Fouled off a couple pitches after he got down 0-2. And now he gets a ball to work the count to 1-2. White holding Campbell on. Now he works back to his shortstop position. There's another foul ball up and over the grandstand. That's going to be out of play. He's keeping the count at 1-2. A lot of pearly whites right on the edge of the woods. And they're probably easy to find because they're pearly whites, but we don't have anybody going to look for them. Oh, somebody did just go. I bet you it was Cheo. So Strauss out in front of the breaking ball. And Mankowski's able to pull the string and get Strauss swinging for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up first baseman Wade Collins. Collins has one of the Cougars' hits earlier in the game. Throws back. Campbell does get back in. Almost caught him napping out there. I don't know what Campbell's thinking about out there. You're down 2 runs. There's no need to have that big of a lead. You're down 2 runs. That run means nothing right now. Just not fundamental. Just not very fundamental. Still with a big lead. He's just like begging to get picked off out there. Collins takes high, and it's 1-0. So it's 1 ball, no strikes on Collins. Simcock is holding them tight again. They go back at him, and he dives back in. And good thing the ball got away from the second baseman because it looked like the throw was there in time. Campbell is down. So Campbell called time. Now he's good. And they're going to bring in a courtesy runner for Campbell. So number 12, Jesse Nelson's going to sub in for Campbell as a courtesy runner after Campbell had a couple close calls on pickoff moves to second base. So let's see if Nelson's any more careful out there. He doesn't have the big lead that Campbell had. So there's the ball inside. Collins dances out of the way, doesn't get hit, and it's 2-0 on the count. Here's Collins going to step back into the box. And Mankowski looks in to get the signs from Jones. There's the delivery. Collins takes, and it's 3-0. Mankowski looks like he's running out of gas here in the bottom of the 6th as he cruised through the first 5, and now he's struggling in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out and a 3-0 count on Collins. And Collins takes high, and that'll put runners at first and second for the Cougars. So Dunkelberger now comes to the plate for the Cougars. Number 17, left fielder. Runners at first and second for the Cougars. They're going to hold Collins at first. I'm guessing he called that a ball. Umpires' mechanics are not very solid tonight. And it's a 1-0 count on Dunkelberger. Takes a strike. And there, oh, he's safe. I don't know how. So he must have missed the tag. He called him safe. I'm guessing he missed the tag down there. The throw was in play by Jones was in plenty of time. But Crawford apparently didn't put the tag on Nelson. And Collins follows up, getting to second. And there's a high strike call by the umpire. And it's 1-2. 1-2. So the last 2 were called strikes. It's 1-2. Nelson gets a lead from third. Ball outside. Collins is getting a big lead at second. Nobody's holding him. So he's getting a big lead. If Dunkelberger can get one into the outfield, it would definitely plate two for the Cougars. There's a ball high, and the count is full. Gabe Corman, who does have a hit for the Cougars on the night, had a big day yesterday with a couple doubles, is on deck. And the Cougars, Dunkelberger has a full count. Hits a fly ball to the center fielder and tagged up way late. And he's under the tag. Oh, he called him out. Called him out. So the relay throw from the center fielder. So center fielder Sorokin hits his cutoff man White, who turns and throws to the plate and gets Nelson trying to score on the tag up. And that brings an end to the bottom of the sixth with the Cougars plating 2 runs. And it is now 5-3 Cougars. So Nelson late on the tag up. He came to try to score. He didn't tag initially. Then he went back and did tag and ran late. Good throw from the center fielder Sorokin to the shortstop White, who completes the relay to the catcher Jones and gets the tag down for the third out of the inning, getting the Bulls out of trouble and keeping the Cougars down 2, heading to the top of the seventh. 5-3 Bulls, and we'll be back right after this short break. So welcome back to John D. Andrini Field. Getting ready for the top of the seventh inning. Cougars were able to get 2 in the bottom of the sixth to pull within 2 runs at 5-3. Let's see how the seventh inning fares for him. Campbell starts out with a high fastball that Lane swings through. Number 21, Ryan Lane, for the Bulls up to bat. Campbell pumps in another fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2 on the count. Curveball, and Lane swings over the top. Campbell does a nice job of going off speed there, getting Lane way out in front for the strikeout. And that's 1 out to start the seventh inning. Johnny Williamson now coming to bat for the Bulls. Campbell gets the sign and delivers. Nice off-speed pitch for the strike, and Campbell looks like he's fired up. No balls and 1 strike. Fouled back. Catches a piece of the umpire right in the hand or in his arm. Those really don't. I mean, he's making that seem like it hurts more than it does. That doesn't hurt that bad. Got him in the hand. It does hurt a little bit. I mean, and it's no balls and two strikes. Foul ball caught him right in his hand. Those do hurt. Depends on where it hits you in the hand. So it's no balls and two strikes. Campbell misses low and outside, and the count's now 1-2. Corman doing the catching. Williamson at the plate for the Bulls. Fastball high brings the count to 2-2. And here's the delivery. No, he shakes off. Now he gets it. Here's the delivery. And he goes with the curveball, and it's in the dirt. And Williamson does a nice job of working the count back to full. So 3 balls, 2 strike count on Williamson. Campbell set to deliver. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to squeak through into center field. And Williamson's on with a 1-out single, giving the Bulls a runner. Oh, he wants you. He wants you. So the yeah, it hurts. So the umpire is going to take a little breather. He was hit by a foul ball in a place you don't want to be hit by a foul ball at. So we're going to have a little breather for the umpire. Trainer's going to go down and check him out. Like, so it looks like the foul ball that went off the umpire's arm might have scraped him enough that he's bleeding, or scraped it to where he doesn't want to get the loose dirt in there and get it infected. So the trainer's going to wrap him up a little bit. That's causing a little bit of a delay. Runner on first for the Bulls is Williamson. And the batter for the Bulls will be the shortstop, Garrett White. White's had a nice game defensively for the Bulls. He's also had a hit in the game. Drove one deep to center field earlier in the game. 1 out in the top of the 7th. Cougars trailing 5-3. Runner on first, Williamson being held on by Collins. Campbell delivers. Strike called at the knees, and it's no balls, 1 strike. So Campbell's been doing a nice job of getting ahead of the batters since he's come into the game. Williamson's leading. He goes. Corman throws down, but Williamson, slides through the bag. Was able to get back. Zufall kept the tag on him, but Williamson with the steal and gets the Bulls a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs, and White at the plate with a no ball, 2-strike count. So White has a runner in scoring position. Campbell throws high. Corman climbs the ladder to bring it in, keeping the ball from getting to the backstop. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Campbell set, delivers. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt. Corman does a nice job of holding on to that to complete the strikeout. And that's 2 outs in the inning. Nice job, Gabe Corman, of keeping that out of the dirt. And now there's 2 out. Number 14, Henry Simcock, came in as a pinch hitter in the fifth inning. He's been playing second base since he's come into the game. He's ahead in the count 1-0. He walked his last time up. Now Campbell gets him to hit a weak pop-up. Goes foul. Cougars weren't able to get to it before it hit the ground. Strauss and Campbell converging on it, but it lands in foul ground. And it's a 1-1 count on Simcock. Campbell checking the runner Williamson back. Ball's down in the dirt. Williamson tries to advance, and he is able to get to third. He read that ball quickly. As soon as it was down, he took off immediately. And Williamson, with some good base running, advances 90 feet. And he's at third with 2 out, threatening to score. 2-1 count. High chopper to Strauss. Plays it on a second bounce. Throws it over to Collins. And he completes the out. Simcock hustling down the line to make it close. But Strauss with a strong throw over to Collins, who had a nice stretch. And they get Simcock just in time to end the inning, keeping the Bulls off the board. And the Cougars within 2, heading to the bottom of the 7th right after this break. So here we are back at John D. Andrini Field, getting set for the bottom of the 7th inning. Cougars are going to need to rally, down 2 with 3 outs remaining. Cougars are going to need to rally. And it looks like number 4, Dom Sorokin, will come in to try to close it out for the Bulls after starting pitcher Kingston Mankowski went 6 solid innings, keeping the Cougars off balance for the first 5, giving up 2 in the 6th, but was able to get out of it. And now the Cougars need to rally for 2 against Sorokin. Corman takes a fastball down the middle, thigh high for strike 1. Mankowski swapped with Sorokin and is now playing in center field. Sorokin came in from center field. to pitch. Gets a fastball by Corman on a swinging strike, and it's 0-2. Another fastball down and away. Corman lays off. Counts 1-2. Outfielders playing shallow in center and right. Left fielder's got a little depth to him, giving him a big area down the right field line. Corman works the count back even to 2-2. Here's the wind into delivery. Ball in the dirt. Sorokin, after 2 quick strikes, throws 3 balls in a row. And now Corman works the count full. And here we go. Payoff pitch coming from Sorokin. Cougars creating a little noise over there in the dugout. Trying to get a rally going. Corman's going to step back in. Full count delivery coming from Sorokin. Here's the pitch. Corman sends a line drive. Sinking. Finds grass. Finds grass, man. Kiski couldn't get there in time. And Corman with a nice line drive single to start the 7th inning. Gets it. Cougars a base runner. And that'll bring up Logan Gates, second baseman. So Corman does exactly what the Cougars needed to start the inning and gets them a base runner. Gets a lead off of first. Sorokin doesn't throw over, but he does. Nice throw down by Jones to Williamson. Not in time as Corman makes it back to the base. Gates takes the ball for a strike. Was right on the inside corner at the letters. And Sorokin's up. No balls, 1 strike. Gates swings through a fastball. Low fastball at the knees. And it's 0-2. Let's see if Gates can at least get Corman into scoring position and advance him here. Corman leading off. And that hit him. So it's a dead ball. He has to stay. So dead ball on a hit batter. Gates took it right off of his right thigh. And the Cougars have the first 2 on in the top of the 7th with the top of the order coming to bat, Tyler Hahn. So Gates at first, Corman at second. And Jones is going to take a timeout. He's going to give his infielders a little heads up, being aware for a bunt. Crawford looks like he's ready to charge from third. And Sorokin steps off. Now he's getting the signs from Jones. Big lead from Corman at second. Nobody's being held on. And there's the fastball. Hahn misses the bunt attempt. Can't get the bunt down, and the runners get back to the bag. So it's 1, no balls, 1 strike on Hahn. Runners at first and second. Sorokin taking his time. Comes set. Delivers. Hahn lets it go, and it's a ball. And it counts now 1-1. Crawford playing in tight at third in front of the bag. Hahn tries to squares around and tries to get the bunt down. Fouls it straight back into the umpire, and he got hit on the other hand. So the umpire is taking one off the right arm, and now he's taking one off the left arm. He let out a little ow on that one, Mr. E. I think that one hurt him. I shouldn't be laughing because I've been in that situation and I've been hit before, but I don't think I've ever yelled out an ow after getting hit. So Hahn down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, tried to get a bunt down to get both runners in the scoring position. Was unable to. Now let's see if they take the bunt off and let them swing away. Ball high from Sorokin. Evens the count at 2. No out. Top of the 7th. Cougars down 2 with 2 on. And Hahn at the plate. Fastball. Fouled out. Down the right field line. That's going to work its way out of play. And the count will remain 2-2. There goes Justin Urban, Pepper Man, the Pepper Boy, going to get the foul ball. Finally got some people on the foul balls. Hahn steps back in. Sorokin comes set. He's going to deliver the 2-2. Curveball and on. The line drive into the gap. His Corman's going to round third, and he's coming home, and he scores, and Gates makes it to third on a line drive base hit into the right center field gap by Tyler Hahn, and that pulls the Cougars within 1 at 5-4. No out, still here in the bottom of the 7th. Cougars threatening with runners at the corner, and Cy Zufall now at the plate. Hahn with a big lead at second. Let's see if he goes. No, Sorokin steps off. Cougars putting together a rally in the past 2 innings. Was down 5-1 entering the bottom of the 6th. There goes Hahn. Throw down fake by Jones. Gates was aware of it, didn't go anywhere, and he stays at the bag at third. Hahn gets the second, and now the winning run is in scoring position. Tying run at third, winning run at second for the Cougars, down 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Ball 1-1, count on Zufall. Cougars looking to pounce and bring home the winning runs. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Sorokin from the windup. Ball high over the catcher's head, and Gase is going to come home with the tying run. And now the winning run is at third. No out. So the Cougars rally with 2 with no out here in the top of the 7th to tie the score at 5. And Zufall is going to be still at the plate, up 2 balls and 1 strike with the winning run 90 feet away. No outs. Big situation here for the Cougars. They can still win. Cy Zufall at the plate. Bulls coach calls a timeout. He's going to go out and talk to his infield. They're going to have to pull the infield in here. Can't give up a run. They're going to have to play the infield in with a guy at third. No out. So Sorokin in some trouble here. Infield's going to be in. Outfield probably going to play pretty shallow also, because anything deep is going to score a sac fly. So you want to keep it shallow. You want to be shallow enough so that if it is a fly ball out, you can throw the runner out. Hahn takes a big secondary lead at third. He was looking to advance, hopefully get a pass ball. Zufall swings through it, and it's 2-2. Sorokin trying to get out of trouble. Hahn with a big lead, big secondary lead. Ball down, and now it's a full count. Zufall works the count full. No out, 7th inning. Cougars have tied it up at 5, and the winning run is 90 feet away. No outs. Zufall calls time, and he's going to tie his shoe. Jones, the catcher, readjusts his shin guard strap. So a couple equipment malfunctions, one on each team. Zufall steps back into the box. 3-2 count. Payoff pitch. Hahn with a big secondary lead. Ball in the dirt. And Sioux Fall works a walk. So still no outs. And here comes Eli Fontenez to the plate. Senior. So Eli Fontenez, captain of the Cougar team in Sioux Fall. Nobody paying attention to Sioux Fall, so he just takes second base. Pitcher had the ball. And they're going to, so by taking the bag, they left first base open, and that's going to they're going to intentionally walk Fontenez to load the bases, giving him a force out at every bag. So the steal by Zufall, I don't know if that kind of makes sense. I would have if he stays at first, they pitch to Fontenez. And Fontenez is the captain of the team, best hitter, right? You want Fontenez with the bat in his hand. But by stealing Zufall, it gives the Bulls the opportunity to walk Fontenez, putting him on first, but it brings up Campbell. Campbell takes the ball high, and now Campbell's at the plate, no out, bases loaded, bottom of the seventh, and the tie score. Campbell did have a big RBI hit his last at bat. Oh, tries to plate a run, and all he has to do is get a fly ball to the outfield, and we win this game, right? Campbell, 1-1 count. Sacks 4 Cougars. Bulls with the infield way in. Ball high. Jones does a nice job of saving it from going to the backstop. And the Bulls coach is going to put a fifth infielder in right in the middle of the diamond. Makes sense. I mean, if the ball's hit to the outfield, the Cougars win the game. So by putting a fifth infielder in here, he's hoping they just plugs up another gap and gets a ground ball right at somebody that they can go to the plate with. But now Campbell's up 3 balls, 1 strike with the winning run 90 feet away. No outs. Campbell, you think he'd be taken here. You think he'd be taken, but we'll see. And there's a ball in the dirt. And here comes Hahn, and the Cougars score 3 in the bottom of the 7th and walk it off 6-5 with a big rally in the bottom of the 7th, scoring 3. Cougars come away with a 6-5 victory. I tell you what, Kingston, man, Kiski for the Bulls pitched 6 solid innings, but they couldn't close it out as the Cougars again rally for 3 in the bottom of the 7th and come away with a 6-5 victory. Good game on the mound by Eli Fontenez as he gives up 5 unearned runs in 5 2/3 inning. Please don't break anything in my dugout. So Fontenez kept the Cougars in the game with 5 2/3 solid innings. Campbell was able to come in and keep the Bulls at 5 runs, letting the Cougars come back with 2 in the 6th and 3 in the 7th to steal a win from the Brashear Bulls. Next game for the Cougars will be Saturday at Mercersburg. Next home game, I'm not sure when the next home game is, Miss Hughes. You got that schedule on you? We always have to check. You think we'd have it memorized by now. But Cougars in action other than baseball. Tomorrow, Kiski Lacrosse travels to Western Reserve for the MSLA league playoffs. Cougars #3 going into the playoffs. They'll face up against #2 seed Culver Academy. Culver is ranked #12 in the nation. And we'll see if the Cougars can come away with a big victory up there in the lacrosse matchup. See you, Adam. Thank you for your help. Next game for Cougar baseball is Saturday at Mercersburg. We're not sure when the next home game is, but if you need to know, check the website, and I'm sure it'll be posted on there. So we once again thank you for all who joined us, and have a good evening. Cougars come away with a 6-5 victory. Have a good night.